Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is brought to you by complimentary early access from the EA Game Changers program. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is the speed build for the Go Small and Go Home tiny house, very tiny house. Only 26 tiles in this one for the Sims 4 Tiny Living Pack. I've got a few shots here of just the finished version with the Sims kind of, interacting with it to show you that actually, even though it's only 26 tiles, there does seem to be plenty of space, and they will, sit on everything and use everything like normal. I'm going to let the speed build go, but I'll probably interject a few comments along the way. There's a few more shots at the end of the Sims kind of using it. And this build will be available on the gallery on launch day under my gallery ID, Tony Sterling. In the meantime, just take a look here. We're starting with the roof, really. The roof goes through a lot of changes to get to the finished product that you saw in those first photographs. But this is where we started. I'll interject quickly here. If you ever see a scene like this where you see the Sims standing there like with food on the floor and I'm messing around with counters or whatever, anything like that is where I've probably paused the build and gone into playtest to see just what I needed to do to get it to work. In this case, I was trying to see if maybe they would use the top of the mini refrigerator from Discovery University as a mixing platform, and they would not. So I had to go back and redesign it to accommodate a more counter space. We're hitting the point here where the roof is going to start taking its final form, where I made that little miniature skylight over those two areas as opposed to the entire roof being a skylight, which seemed a little unrealistic, and I don't mind doing unrealistic builds in The Sims. But in this case, I did decide to maybe kind of rein it in a little bit and make it a little more true to life, a little more like what you might actually see in a tiny home. And I also started kind of developing these sort of side pieces that made a sort of architectural angle to give the build a little more architectural interest. One of my big goals for this house was to have a washer and dryer set up in it, like a sort of little laundry room, and I put it there in the corner as you just saw. And I tried different ways. I tried to balance the refrigerator on top of it. I tried to put it inside the wall kind of, and I tried to put lots of different variations. In the end, I did just stick with it right where it is right now, but I don't think I even left that in there, all the different things I tried that didn't work on that. But just understand, it has to just be on its own, in its own space to work, and that's it. But I was able to work the hamper in right up against the toilet in the little, 3x1 bathroom I made, so some success there. Right around this point, I decided to do a sort of architectural angle on the back, just like I'd done on the front, and actually make it a little bit deeper so there'd be sort of an overhang on the back. I thought maybe I'd put some sort of activity out there, and in the end I end up putting sort of the flower arranging table from Seasons I put out there, so that, you know, they'd have something to do. I thought maybe you could grow flowers on the side of the house. I don't know, something like that. And so yeah, I did kind of replicate the look on the front, on the back, but with a slightly different feel to it, you know, a little bit deeper. This is a little bit of a trick coming up here, a little bit of a build trick. You can use these stairs almost like a form of flooring that doesn't count as flooring in your total tile count. Your Sims will walk along them to get from one space to another if you have two different buildings on your lot. And you'll see here in a second, whenever I get it out there, you'll see I'll put a barbecue grill actually on the stairs. And then the Sim stands on that one little 3x1 tile of wood, but we'll use the barbecue grill that is sitting on the stairs. They'll do the same thing to a more limited effect with the bar also in that same fashion. But I ended up putting the bar up against the house and not doing it that way. But that is a neat little trick if you want to try it out to save some tiles when you're building a tiny house. And there you have it. That's the Go Small and Go Home build. Again, available on the gallery on the Sims 4 Tiny Living launch day, which is January the 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the United States. I hope you've enjoyed this build. If you have any questions, please place them in comments or look me up on Twitter at JasonSterling70 and ask me there. I'm always happy to help. In the meantime, please hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.